In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Signal. What's up, you guys? Your girl Kimmy back here with another video. So this is going to be a different type of video, you guys. I am finally introducing my DIYs. Aren't you guys excited? I am. I know that I tried this like 2 days ago, and I'll enter the clip right here, and I totally screwed up. I had to remove all that paint. It just was not it, okay? So I'm gonna try it again. Honestly, I have a habit of getting very discouraged, and I'm not gonna do that anymore. We're just gonna jump on this wagon and take it there. If it succeeds, then that's great. All right, so our first item is this raw wood circle. I got this from a thrift store for I think about 99 cents. It may have been 40 cents. I don't know why I want to say 40 cents. And you guys, this is so unorthodox. This is not like your regular like DIY channel or Lone Fox at Home. Hi. Who's behind me? Go upstairs. It's not like your regular Lone Fox at Home type, you know, those very, and although I watch those videos, I watch those channels, they're very all sleek and chic, but your girl is like, that ain't me, right? So as you can see with this piece, it has like a little hook on top. So I've already thought of an idea that I wanted to do with this. Of course, it might take a couple days to finish, so we're gonna get right into this. I'm not gonna tell you guys what I have planned for this cute little thingy, but I do know that I'm going to be putting it in my bathroom. So my only problem right now, this wood, I don't know if this is like water stain. Why do I have these glasses on? I just felt like a celebrity when I first came on here. I don't know if this is like water stain or what on this wood. It looks like water stain. It definitely looks like this was in some type of water. So in order to either stain it or paint it, I would have to shellac it first. So let's see. It's also broke, as you guys see right there. So I'm going to be gluing that back together with some wood glue. And we're going to try to make this into something really nice. Okay, you guys, so right here I'm taking Elmer's wood glue and I am putting it into the crack that was broken, and I'm just going to smooth that out with my finger and make sure that it's nice and even in the crack, and close it shut, wipe off any excess. And then I'm going to be using Dollar Tree's little clipper thingies. You can actually find these in the car spot in Dollar Tree to hold it together while it dries. This was a couple hours later. It was dry, and I'm going to take my sanding sponge from Dollar Tree and give the whole piece a good sanding. This piece did have like, I want to say watermarks on it, so I was trying to get as much off as I could. And look at my little ladybug vacuum that I got off of Amazon. I will link it below. It's awesome. And I'm going in with Rustoleum's Wood Stain American Walnut. And I'm going to use my magic little paint opener to open this can. And I'm going to be using Dollar Tree sponge to give this whole thing an even stain. Now, the longer you keep the stain on, the deeper the color. I didn't wipe off as much because I wanted that really deep dark walnut color, but if you want it to be lighter, you can always opt to use a lighter stain or wipe off the stain that you put on. But the longer you let it sit, the darker your color will be. So I'm giving this whole thing a stain, you guys. And a little Dollar Tree tip, if you really are into these sponges, they sell them 8 in a pack in the car aisle, and they sell them I think 6 in a pack in the craft aisle, so you get 2 more for $1. Just to let you know. Just putting you on, sis. Just putting you on. But yeah, I'm just going over this whole thing with one coat of this stain, you guys. The stain is beautiful. I actually used this stain for a furniture flip that I did. So yeah, I love this stain. It's one of my favorites. So here it is in all its glory, all beautiful. She is amazing. And I love how it came out. So I'm taking this terrarium. Sorry for the extra speed. I didn't realize how fast this was going. But Dollar Tree has these little like hanging plant terrarium thingies. I don't know what they're actually called. But I'm unscrewing it because when I put it in there, I realized that it hung too low and it wasn't swinging how I wanted it to swing. So I cut off that tag, and that top loop part, I just pulled that off. It came right off. And basically here you're going to see me trying to put this thing in, trying to figure out a way to put it in. I really wanted it to swing, and it just wasn't high enough, as you can see. So I tried to use like Amazon's wooden beads to try to give it some height, but then if I put those under, it wouldn't swing. So I ended up finding a solution for this, you guys, so stay tuned. I will also link these wooden beads from Amazon in my description box. You get a lot in a pack for a very low price. So right here, I screwed the thing back in, the little hanger thingy, and I found a way to do it. I just put it straight into the top of that hole of that terrarium. As you can see, where I pulled that little hanger thing out, and it swung beautifully. Okay, so I took some of Dollar Tree's reindeer moss, and this is the first time I worked with it. First of all, it's very messy. Secondly, it is very, very stiff, and I didn't want it to look stiff, so I like shredded it up a bit before I put it in my terrarium. And then I took these Dollar Tree air plants. They are succulents. They are fake. You can use real plants. I just don't have any luck keeping plants alive. So I used the fake plants, but they look just as amazing as if it was a real plant, and I stuffed them in there. And then I took one of the wood beads from Amazon because I felt like the top didn't look too complete, and I used the same stain. Of course, it didn't come out the same color as the piece because they're two different types of woods, but it was cool, and I wiped the excess off, and that's how it looks when it was done. And then I'm going to be taking my wood glue again and placing it on the very top of this planter and gluing it down and to give it like a little handle. So then I took this wood filler, plastic wood from DAP, and I got this from the hardware store, and I'm going to be stuffing that hole that's at the top of that bead just so it'll look more complete. I didn't show it, but I did sand this down and gave it a little bit of stain because the wood filler is stainable. And then I taped this down so that it dried very well, and I let this dry overnight, you guys. This is the next day, and it just looked very plain to me, so I took some apple barrel acrylic paint that I got from Walmart, and I will link that down below as well. And I wanted to give it a pop of color, so that middle part where it was broke at, the line was very, very deep, so I felt like if I put like some color in it, you wouldn't notice it. So I did paint this bottom part all white, including the edges of the bottom part. Just that bottom, you'll see. I can't really explain it, but you'll see when I do it. But I painted this whole bottom. Also, I missed the clip of when I added Dollar Tree's faux leather ribbon to the sides where those cracks are, because again, the cracks just looked very, very deep and it didn't look finished. But you will see that as well. I did not insert that clip, but you will see. And then to the top little handle part, I wanted to add that same white to just give it some cohesion with the bottom. So I'm just painting that little wood bead. I'm taking my time because I'm I'm not steady in the hand when it comes to like doing real intricate stuff. I try to be, but you'll see I kind of get some paint on the edge of this piece and right there in the bottom part because I'm so precise that I will mess something up. I'll keep going until I mess it up. So I told myself to stop, but it looks beautiful. It gives me like 70s boho theme type vibes, but I really, really love this. These are the sides that I was talking about, so I painted those as well. I have to be quiet because Aaliyah's on Zoom, but I haven't decided whether I want to put these black rocks that I got from Dollar Tree or this white sand into the terrarium. I do like the reindeer moss in there as well. Comment down below what you guys would have used. I really haven't decided what I'm going to use yet. I do have it over there drying in the window. Okay, y'all. Moving on to my next project was this beautiful frame that I got from Goodwill. It retailed for $7.99, but I got it for $3 at my local Goodwill. Close up on the sticker. So yeah, what I'm about to do is take off that sticker for one. The back was very nasty. I did clean that black part, and I'm removing all of the insides of this frame. The little foam piece, the little paper backing, and the glass. The glass was glued in, but I kind of just popped that out and it came right out. I'm going to be putting that little paper piece aside because I'm going to need that for a template later. So I pick up these mist tints from Lowe's or Home Depot's. They have Home Depot's what? They have like a little shelf with like their mist tints, and it's marked down extremely low. So I got these two little paint things for $1.25. And I am cleaning my frame. I'm going to be using this ivory dust paint here on the right. And this project, y'all, gave me such a headache. You will see. Everything will come out. But I love this color, but I ended up messing this up and wasn't able to use this color. But this color was so beautiful against this frame. So I'm hoping that I come to find a frame like this someday, very soon again. But I'm taking that ivory dust for now, and I'm painting the whole frame, giving the frame one coat of this paint. This paint was very thick and had full coverage, so I only needed to go in with one coat. So I'm using my Dollar Tree sponge brush, and I'm just trying to get into all of those indentations. There was a lot of them. So yeah, you're gonna cover your paint, your frame with one coat of whatever paint. And this is how it came out. I took my Walmart brushes. Walmart has like this pack of brushes. You get like 12 or 17 paint brushes in a pack, and they're awesome. So I'm just going in with my smaller brush to get all of those pieces that I missed. Now I needed a picture for the inside of this. Sorry guys, my microphone went off. I needed a picture for the inside of this frame, so I decided to go on Pinterest and look up line art. I am obsessed with line art, and I found a picture. So right here I have a cereal box, you guys. So the backing of the frame was not hard enough, and I wanted like a harder back. So I basically took a cereal box and cut a piece off. And actually, y'all, in other countries this is considered paperboard, so they use this for arts and crafts, but it just happens to be our cereal boxes. But anyway, I took that piece that came inside the frame and I traced it out, and I'm just going to be cutting that piece that I traced out. So now that that is all cut out, I am going to use my jumbo glue stick that I got from Walmart and apply that glue to the backing. You don't have to use jumbo glue stick. You can use any glue of your choice. I didn't want to use like a Elmer's glue or hot glue because some glues are just not right for the task. They leave bubbles and things of that nature. I wanted this to be very flushed and flat. So here's my picture. You can't really see it, but I will show a close-up of what I chose. And I chose this eucalyptus branch. Really simple, really cute. And I'm basically taking a pencil and freelancing this, you guys. I am freehanding my interpretation of this picture. It came out so beautiful, so nice. But again, this project was a pain in the A. Sorry for the motorcycle in the back, y'all. When I did my mistake, I actually messed this picture up, and the picture that you see in the final video of this project was the second time I had drew it out. But both times came out very beautiful. When freehanding, you guys, just have fun. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Do what you can, and you'll be amazed at what you come up with, because I never thought that I would be able to draw something like this. So now that that is done, I am using a Sharpie paint pen to go over my lines. Now, Dollar Tree does have a paint pen in the color black, and it is awesome. I love Dollar Tree's paint pen. So if you don't have a Sharpie, don't worry. Go to Dollar Tree and get you a paint pen. It does the exact same job. But I'm just going to trace over these lines and add any little details, thickness and lines. Just go over my lines, and once you go over your lines, when it dries, you want to make sure it's completely dry. You can take your eraser from your pencil and just erase any lines that you didn't go over, any lines that you decided not to do. Now right here, you guys, I actually messed this up. I wanted some gold accents at first, and then I was like, no, and then I was like, yeah, and then I didn't end up liking it at all. So that little spot right there, I actually had to color in with all black, so it looked kind of weird. But to make it blend in, I did some like cool little funky lines on the side. I don't know. So now I am cleaning off that price sticker with a Dollar Tree scraper and some soapy water. And I'm also going to like scrape those little glue dots. Look like glue dots that's on the side of this mirror. It came right off. And I'm going to clean my mirror. So this is what it looks like. And then I went in with this, you guys, and you'll see when I realized I effed up. Right here is when I realized it. Wait till the next clip. So you guys, I know this is not supposed to be a talking DIY video, but I am assuming you just seen the mistake I made. I painted that frame all day. I waited for that frame to be dry all day, and I used this really pretty ivory color, and I don't know what possessed me to, I didn't even look at the top. I read it and thought, okay, I can use it. It's clear, never looking at the actual color on the damn spray can. So I ended up spray painting the frame gray, you guys. So I hope I have a color over here that resembles that ivory color, which I think I do. It's, oh no, that's ivory. Yeah, this is ivory silk. I'm gonna go back over it once this gray is dry, and it'll give me time for my battery to charge, and we will be back. All right, you guys, so my hair is crazy, but we're gonna get straight into this DIY. So yesterday, you guys, I recorded a video. It was going so smoothly, and then at the end of the DIY, I decided to you know, pull out my frame that I was going to use. And I went in and I grabbed this. I'm going to show you. This flat protective enamel, and I didn't pay attention to it, as I said, and I sprayed it and didn't know that it was in a color. I thought it was just a protective layer that wasn't colored, and I messed up my frame. So that pretty ivory color is gone. I did try to repaint it with a different ivory spray paint, and it just didn't look well. So I went over it in a matte black. So it's outside right now because it's really nice out, and I'm hoping that that'll speed up the drying time. Hello, Bobby Chulo. Y'all, that's my baby. I love me some Desi and some Oriano. We got oregano and Di Serrano. Hold on, because Aaliyah playing with me. Aaliyah! Okay, so this is the frame, you guys, that we were focused on yesterday. I ended up spray painting it in a matte black. So right now, I'm about to go in with this chalk paint because this frame had a lot of crevices that I could not reach with the spray paint without like touching it and messing it up. So I'm just going to go in and touch all of these little parts up that I was not able to get with the spray paint. And then I'm going to let this dry for a few. It shouldn't take long. Yeah, so these silicone mats are from Walmart. You get three different colors in a pack. They come with purple, blue, and yellow, and they are just so convenient because they're small. You don't have to like haul around a big silicone mat or clean a huge surface when you're done. If you're not making, you know, a huge mess, then you don't have a lot to clean. But we're just going to pay attention to detail. Make sure that it looks nice and clean and covered. You don't want to put too much of the chalk paint because the chalk paint dries very, very matte. Versus the spray paint, it is in the color satin, so it's kind of got like a small gloss to it, and I don't want it to be that noticeable. So I'm trying not to like cover it, you know what I mean? Just go through the little spaces that does not have paint, and hopefully you won't be able to tell too much. If so, we'll go back in with that spray paint. It's no big deal. I've been waiting for a day now anyway, so I can wait a couple more minutes for this. So our frame has finally dried in all its beautiful glory. It's so pretty, you guys. I really like the satin black. I mean, the matte is cute too, but the satin black did something really special to this frame. I feel like it brought out all of those accents that need to be brought out. And also, if I wanted to change up my decor style in my house, I could give it a dry brush with any color and give it like that farmhouse vibe. Or I could paint over it totally with white and then distress it if I happen to change. But it is beautiful. So all that is left to do is to reassemble this frame, and it's time to see what this frame looks like. I have this fabric here that I got from the thrift store. It doesn't have a tag on it, so I'm not really sure what it is, but it feels a little like, not drop cloth, but like burlap, I want to say. I want to make a very textured pillow with this, Scandinavian / boho pillow with this. Now let's measure this to see how much we are working with here. So it's about 26 inches and 26 and 26 and a half inches. It may be 26 and a half both ways. 6 3/4 and 26 and a half inches. So I thought about folding it this way would make it more of a skinny type pillow, and then give or take an inch, because you want to fold in these seams to make it look really clean. Which it's a fairly large long pillow. I don't know, maybe even do some tassels on the side. I do have a couple of ideas that I want to use, but for right now, I'm going to be setting up my glue, because we're going to glue this, because my sewing machine is not out right now and it's not accessible right now. We're just going to glue this pillow, and this pillow I will just have to watch carefully when it comes to the kids and put it away so they will not mess it up. But let's get started. So I grabbed my glue gun and I grabbed this fabric adhesive, which I didn't use, you guys. It actually dried up on me. And these are all the texture options. Got this cotton rope, some nautical rope from Dollar Tree. I grabbed 2 of these Dollar Tree yarns in the color gray and cream. And then I had that gold plant hanger. Those were my options. Here I'm trying to decipher what I'm going to be doing on this pillow, what colors I'm going to be using, what textures I'm going to be using. So you'll see me like trying to figure it out. So originally I went in with my ruler and my Sharpie paint pen in black, and I wanted to do some lines, and I had a print in mind, but you'll see that I ended up opting out of that and doing like free drawing, I guess it's called. Sorry y'all, my cat and dog are play fighting. That's that noise. So yeah, this is the design I went with at first, and then I was like, F it, I'm just going to do what I want on this pillow with my creative self. Then I just decided to grab my ruler and do these like geometric type lines, and it came out so much better than me trying to do a pattern. I loved how this came out. Now this project did take some time, you guys, so I put on a good show on my phone and I watched or listened while I finished these lines. So right here, you'll see. I was going to do the yarn. I went with the yarn, but then I decided not to. So you'll see in the next clip. Alright, you guys, so here I'm taking this little like clay tool thingy and I'm trying to put it down with the hot glue, but the hot glue was like melting the yarn. It was so weird, so I just took it off because I did not like it, and I just scraped the hot glue off. Decided to go with this, like, I want to say it's like the same type of rope that you use to hang your clothes up with, or it might just be regular rope. But as you can see that it's really thick and there's some fibers in there, so it won't unravel as much as the yarn. I was going to do the yarn because I felt like it looked better actually, but the issue with the yarn is it's going to unravel, and also it's very thin. So when I go to put, I don't have, unfortunately, a mini hot glue gun, so when I go to put the glue on it, it kind of like sinks into the fabric and looks really weird. So I pulled it off, so I gotta be able to cover this. I'm not worried because this is really thick and it should cover all of those mistakes. So basically I drew this really cute like boho type shapes real free-handedly. I wasn't specific, it's just all over the place. But it's fine because I'm going to somehow put this cord on each design and attach. Some of them will be attached, some of them won't. The ones that's not, I will be burning the end with my hot glue gun, and hopefully it works. It doesn't look crazy or a mess. Hopefully I can like hang it off the edge and then burn it off the edge so it won't look wild. And I'm gonna go over it with maybe this nautical rope as a trimming on the pillow. I want this pillow to be very texturized, so I'm not scared of the different types of texture. I also thought about this plant hanger from Dollar Tree, putting it on the edges. But because of the color of the fabric, it kind of like fades into the back, so you can't really see, it doesn't pop. So I'm gonna take this silicone mat so I won't burn, the hot glue gun won't seep, or the glue won't seep into the other side of the pillow. As a matter of fact, no, I don't even have to do that. I can do this because it's already made a crease, so I know where to fold it. Alright you guys, so we're gonna go in and start putting this string on. Okay, so this is me with the cotton rope, which I really loved for this project. I am putting it on initially with the hot glue, you guys. I advise you to not use the hot glue. The hot glue was just so messy. Hot glue is not for every project. I know people want to opt for it because it's fast, but it literally made such a mess. And this is the Surebonder hot glue. I will link it below. It's an amazing hot glue, but it just wasn't the project for fabric on fabric DIY. So I didn't end up using the hot glue. I ended up actually snatching this up again, and I used the super glue gel from Dollar Tree. I used 6 packs of the super glue gel. I think 2 come in a pack, so about $3. Got, you know, this pillow finished. After all of my cotton twine was put down, I went over my black lines with Waverly's, I think it's Celery. Their color Celery by Waverly that you can get from Walmart, which will also be in the description. But it came out so light, and that was me going over it I think about 2 or 3 times. So I decided to go over it with Waverly's ink chalk paint, and it came out so amazing. I didn't want it perfect. I like that it's like darker in some places and lighter in the other places. I just love it. It just gave me total boho Scandinavian vibes, and it was really relaxing to do. Like I said, this pillow took a little minute to do, but I was proud of my work afterwards. I was very satisfied with how it came out. so I'm not going to be doing much more talking. This is the last project, you guys, sadly, but I will have more videos to come. Also, this video does not have an ending because I lost the clip, as I always do. So if you guys would like to see more DIY videos, I'm going to really need y'all to like this video, share it, and comment, because this took me a lot of work to do. And although I liked doing it for you guys, I would do anything for you guys, honestly, video-wise. But although I like doing it, it did take me a lot of work. I did put a lot of time and effort into this video, so the love would be very much appreciated, you guys. So if you really want more of these videos, I need to know that you guys like them. So comment, like, share it up, so I know it's real. So right here, I took an old pillow, and my daughter, you know, thanks sis for not telling me nothing was on my face. I had I don't know what that is on the side of my face. But anyway, I took an old pillow and I opened it and I took the insides of it and I basically just pulled it apart. And what happens is when you do that, it gets fluffier, you guys. It fluffs back up. This is me yelling at my kids, by the way. And then I took one of those Dollar Tree sachets that make your furniture smell good, and I just popped that in there, sis, just in case the cotton smelled a little basementy or old. I'm just joking, but just to keep it fresh, I put that in there with that cotton, and I'm just stuffing my pillow as such, as you see me doing here. This part was a lot of fun, you guys. Me and Michaela really enjoyed ourselves recording this part. And then I'm going in with that Surebonder hot glue gun, and I am basically folding in those edges and connecting it to give it a complete look so that it wouldn't look rough around the edges. I wanted it to look like a real pillow, a real put together pillow. So yeah, I used a hot glue gun, and that is my Surebonder hot glue gun, and I put it on high heat, and I placed that on the edges and bent them over, and this pillow turned out amazing, you guys.